Okay, here we are. Game 2 between OpTic Gaming and VGJ.Storm. The first game ending very quickly. OpTic controlling it from start to finish. And really played that perfect. Controlled the entire time. Never let off on the gas on the side of VGJ.Storm. And it never really seemed to hurt them. They were able to keep their foot on the gas and never take a huge shot back. They were able to push Tier 3 by about 15 minutes, ending the game in 26. OpTic looking very clean in Game 1. We'll see if they're able to repeat that performance in Game 2. There were glimpses of hope here for VGJ.Storm in that Game 1, especially with how well Ryoya was doing on that Shadow Fiend. We'll see if they're able to really kind of mimic that performance as well as get some change to the rest of their heroes. Because, you know, BSJ, he looked like he was going to be all right, but then kind of struggled later in the game. We'll have to see if he can pull it together, if VGJ.Storm are able to get themselves going in Game 2. So we'll take a look coming into this Game 2 at the draft for right now. Sand King, Witch Doctor picked up for OpTic, so their 4-5 are picked up right away. Then you take a look at VGJ.Storm, Bat Rider, Clockwork. This could be a Bat 4, it could be a Bat offlane, but most likely the offlane, considering you've got the Clockwork here, that will be in that 4 spot. So SF already banned out. You can't get those cog denies coming through for the side of VGJ.Storm, unfortunately, which is usually the combination. Which is honestly usually picked up together. I'm not, you know, if you want to go to that, I'm not exactly certain on why you'd not pick them up together, but apparently they have different plans. They just want to use the Clockwork in a different way. They've got themselves the Bat Rider as well, so cogs are going to be a little bit of crowd control, as well as the lasso is going to be some lockdown for them. Battery Assault's always nice early, and if they could get someone here to roam around with the Clockwork, get this lockdown, and have a hero that can really clean up into the cogs and get some early kills and snowball forward, VGJ.Storm could be looking good with the draft they've got so far. So, Phantom Lancer, as well as Bane, Shadow Shaman, Shadow Fiend, and Lycan banned out by the side of OpTic, and then Enchantress, Tusk, Elder Titan, Abaddon, and Omni Knight by the side of VGJ.Storm. So OpTic, now they pick up that Lifestealer, which is very nice with the Sand King. They want to be able to get that Blink Dagger on the Sand King, be mobile with the Lifestealer. We'll see if that's the plan for OpTic. If they are going to pick up anybody else over mid, you know, maybe we see a Puck come out for OpTic. Mid, very mobile. I've seen CCNC play it a couple of times. He's very good on that hero, so we'll have to see if OpTic do go that direction with the Puck over mid. Meanwhile, VGJ.Storm, they go to the Winter Wyvern, Bat Rider, and Clockwork, so even more control there with a position 5 Winter Wyvern. The slow is nice early. The Winter's Curse, mid-game, late-game is always nice. And it's more control for them, which they've got in Winter Wyvern, Bat Rider, and Clockwork now. And then, there it is. Okay, that's easy. I mean, it's easy enough to call that. That Puck's coming out. Puck, Lifestealer, Sand King, Witch Doctor picked up. That's more control for them. Illusory Orb, some nice damage. They've got a Silence there, as well as the Dream Coil. That always works with the Infest. You're able to Illusory Orb forward, as well as pop that Infest, which is always a nice burst of damage, and should look pretty decent for the side of OpTic. Now they need an offlaner if they are going to throw that Sand King in the 4. If they want to go with somebody more in an initiative role, they could go to the Tide Hunter to finish off this lineup. He's a little bit tanky. He could work well with the Lifestealer, with the Ravage, especially to counter possibly that Winter Wyvern, Winter's Curse. So we'll see what VGJ.Storm want mid and safe lane for right now. They do have a bit of control. There's a nice amount of control here for OpTic, so it really kind of, to me, counts out the Weaver from coming into this game. Phantom Lancer already banned out. So we'll have to see where VGJ.Storm want to go with this lineup. So far, something that works well with the Bat Rider. Might want to go with something ranged. They do have 2 ranged heroes here, so we'll be seeing maybe the formation of a Drow lineup coming through. I doubt it. Although, still possible. Dragonite over mid. Could go safe lane as well, but that's locked down for them. That's fight, team fight, pushing potential. Decently tanky hero there as well for the side of VGJ.Storm.
5 seconds remaining.
Now we get into the 6th and final bans as well as the 5th and final picks. So probably a mid DK, leaving the safe laner out, so you probably want to pick a safe laner. Ban out here. What would work well with this lineup to ban out? Something that you see pretty often. I mean, Medusa wouldn't be terrible here. I don't know if it works. Again, they could go to the Drow if they really want to do the Drow lineup. So we'll see what they want to ban out for the side of OpTic Gaming, as well as the fact that they are probably thinking about that final pick. They have the last and final pick. VGJ.Storm have their final pick before OpTic. So let's see. And for the side of VGJ.Storm, what could he ban on OpTic? I mean, that could be an off-lane puck. Could still need a mid as well. I think that's going to be a CCNC puck. They still have the Death Prophet available, which CCNC really does like. So you could go for the CCNC Death Prophet again over mid. Puck in the offlane isn't really that bad, and okay, just no ban. That's okay. Is there anything in chat? Like, was there a problem there?
10 seconds.
No?
5 seconds remaining.
Guess they think they just don't need a 6 ban. Alright. So last ban of the OD, so they do think that puck's going to be in the offlane. Not surprised, honestly. And then we'll see what VGJ.Storm want to go to in this last pick. Yeah, Drow lineup wouldn't be good against the Lifestealer. I'm just saying there's glimpses.
10 seconds.
Possibilities.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's see. DK, Winter Wyvern, Bat Rider, Clockwork. A lot of lockdown. Maybe you go for something a little bit different. Do you go to a Medusa? Do you go to an Anti-Mage? I don't know if you go to a Medusa against the Lifestealer. I feel like I always see the Lifestealer win in that case against the Medusa. It is hard to fight in a Medusa with the Dragonite there, so it could be a good pick overall. And they go to the Terrorblade. And then, in terms of more lockdown, OpTic could go for the puck mid, maybe go for like a Legion Commander in the offlane.
Seconds.
So let's see if OpTic are going to pick up that offlaner, or if they're going to go for puck in the offlane, and they do go for Tinker mid, and it is a puck in the offlane. So it wasn't the reason that, I said it was a CCNC hero to pick up puck. Not going to be played by CCNC, but my reasoning was still good. Lifestealer goes inside the puck, Illusory Orb, Waning Rift, you get the pop out from the Infest, quick damage, and does work well together. So, take a look at the lineup. BSJ and the Terrorblade, Monkeys Forever here on the Bat Rider, Flee with the Clockwork. That leaves Ryoya for the Dragonite, and then Stan King for the Winter Wyvern. On the side of OpTic Gaming, you've got CCNC on that mid Tinker, Zion the offlane puck, Lifestealer being played by Pycat, 33 on the Sand King, PPD on the Witch Doctor. OpTic with a 1-0 lead in this best of 3 series. We'll be coming up with game 2 in just a moment. Ready to go. I'm ready for my drums. I'm ready for my introduction screen to come through. I, for one, love the drums. I like this TV set, too. Looks pretty dope. DK set is also nice. And did they just swap? Or is that just the load? Yeah, okay. So they did swap. BSJ going to be on the Dragonite. Ryoya on the Terrorblade. So, if you didn't notice it, I did say before that DK was being played by Ryoya, but BSJ now onto the Dragonite. This does become a safe lane DK, which I'm not a fan of. I do like mid Terrorblade, but safe lane DK just never seems to work out. He never really finds his farm. So we'll see if BSJ is able to find some farm over in the safe lane. CCNC over mid, probably getting a little bit of help from PPD on the Witch Doctor. Off lane Zai on this Puck. And then, of course, safe lane Pycat with the Lifestealer. Just coming around. Monkeys Forever. Spotted by 33. But no aggression coming out from either side really too heavily just yet. So let's see. VGJ.Storm, they need to play this game way better than they did game 1. It started decently for them too, and then it just all fell apart. If they're able to hold together the promising parts of game 1, they could turn this into a game 3 situation, but OpTic played that game 1 so perfectly that if they were to play that way again, I just don't see any chance for VGJ.Storm.
The battle begins.
But Ancient's not down. Can't count anybody out till the Ancient's down. Going to be hard for the side of VGJ.Storm to push if CCNC gets enough space. Especially if he does well over mid, but it looks as though they might send 3 heroes here mid with the Winter Wyvern. Stan King just sitting around for the moment being, blocking these creeps as Flea. They'll have the cogs. Let's see if he uses them to lock him in before, if he did previously, but it is going to be, yeah, there it is. Right away, Arctic Burn on to CCNC as well as 33. They've got the Sand King here against the tri-lane of VGJ. And then we take a look over top. BSJ getting run down by PPD as well as Zai just pushed out of this lane. So already some early struggles here for the DK. And you take a look over in the off lane where you've got Monkeys Forever on the Owl Rider just farming these creeps in between the tier 1 and the tier 2. Meanwhile, over in between his tier 1 and tier 2 is Pycat. Let's take a quick look over top. PPD just running away from Stan King and Flea. And Zai's over here in the off lane, just trying to farm away, using those cogs to just drain that mana for now. So they've sent these 2 heroes over top to support BSJ, noticing that he did get taken out of the lane early. I want to be able to keep him at least in the lane, able to farm up just a bit, because if DK falls behind, it could become a pretty bad game for him. They're trying to find that cast coming out from PPD. They've got the cogs from Flea on the side of VGJ.Storm, pushing 33 away again, and they do stop that clarity. Not enough to get himself another Burrow Strike. So for right now, the lockdown is non-existent from the side of OpTic in this lane. There's a 1v1 over in the bottom lane. Pycat against this Monkeys Forever Owl Rider, and you have to watch out. You know, there are Bat Rider players that do get very aggressive. You know, if you get too many stacks of sticky napalm, Bat Rider's going to go for it, especially when you're by yourself. Now, it's hard to say with the rage that's available for Pycat if they are going to make that move. I doubt that move comes out unless they do have somebody else, but Monkeys Forever just trying to farm up as much as he can, trying to make this a successful lane for himself. Meanwhile, over top, they look over at the Puck, phase shift, trying to get away. The Illusory Orb down to the bottom part of this lane towards his tier 1, able to escape, uses that salve. There he is, back into lane. So they're still sitting 3 heroes pretty over here. Meanwhile, 33 does go back over mid. They'll try to get that deny, but right now it's level 3 and 3 apiece. with 33 in lane. Oh my god. The threes are all around. So we'll see. Ryoya right now going the 1-1-1 build over mid. CCNC 2-1 with 2 in the laser, 1 in the rockets. Flea may be looking to set up some cogs, but he's got to be very careful with the barrel strike as well as the lasers. There's the rockets. Could be first blood. Will be first blood for the side of OpTic. 33 draws it on a Flea who gets a little bit too aggressive. I'm pretty sure he was looking for the cogs for lockdown. So that really does help out CCNC to the point where you can almost probably move 33 out of this lane. CCNC getting ahead now, level 4, and Ryoya now hitting level 4 as well. But CCNC with the assist, the goal gets boosted up, looking for that bottle pretty early. We'll have to see if he's able to get the bottle and continue to dominate this lane. CCNC has to really watch out. The reflection coming out as well as the metamorphosis from Ryoya. They won't have that anymore. Now they move in with the laser rockets yet to come. There's the Splinter Blast as well as the Arctic Burn on 2 of these heroes. Ryoya able to back up for the moment. Stick finale slowing him down. He's able to use that wand to heal up as well as the salve. They try to turn him. Meanwhile, Flea over top's going to go down. 33 low. No mana to get the Burrow Strike in. Full health, full mana again is Ryoya. So it ends up being 2-0 in favor of OpTic, but that's to a kill that happened on a Flea. Thanks to PPD over in this top lane. So with Batrider over in the jungle, this does open up the lane for Pycat, getting free farm. We saw how he used that in the last game. And the answer to that is very well. I mean, that Juggernaut went off last game. So I'm actually surprised to see at least VGJ.Storm do this again. Allow Pycat to find his farm. Oh, BSJ in a little bit of trouble. Coming over is 33 as well as PPD. They've got the Maledict as well as the Burrow Strike. Cask will drop with these creeps here, and the damage looking like it's going to be too much, even with the Maledict. Down he goes. No Cold Embrace. He's not even skilled on this level 2 Winter Wyvern. Now 3-0 in favor of OpTic, and they might even look over to get Flea. Burrow Strike at the ready. Cask him 5 seconds. If Flea's not too careful, he could go down. Xy level 4. And this lane going very well for OpTic as well. They get the Burrow Strike to come through onto the Winter Wyvern. Body blocks attempted by 33. They don't find it just yet. Flea kind of caught in no man's land, but so is Xy. The illusory orb over the top looks over at Flea a little bit more damage. Maledict, is that going to be enough? And there it is. PPD with yet another kill. Is now 4-0 in favor of OpTic very early into this matchup. 1,000 net worth lead. BSJ's lane getting heavily pressured to the point where, yes, he does have that CS, but the heroes around him are going down, bulking up the side of OpTic. Open moves coming through, the lasso used to try and TP out. And there it is, over top. Meanwhile, Stan King. BSJ just getting run down by OpTic once again. BSJ maybe looking to attack. Xy does not actually have that Dragon Tail to work with. His level 5 went 302. So CCNC over mid, Ryoya pressuring the lane, and for the right reasons. They've got Flea here with the Battery Assault as well as the Cogs. CCNC trying to get out. The Burrow Strike comes in for 33. The Metamorphosis is a lot of damage, but not enough to lock in these heroes. And they end up letting CCNC as well as 33 get away. The Burrow Strike saves the life of CCNC. And Metamorphosis now is sort of wasted to the point where Ryoya will just use it to farm up for the moment. But without Metamorphosis for so long, this could turn into a problematic lane for him if it isn't already. Take a look over bottom. Monkeys Forever getting low with 33 here. They'll get the kill, and now 5-0 in favor of OpTic 7 minutes into this game. Thunder was used over mid. Laser comes out. Battery Assault again, trying going on CCNC. The Cask bounces onto Flea. They look over at PPD. There's the Cogs. Should lock in their first kill, but I don't know if Flea's going to be able to make it out of here. The Cogs push back 33. He's low on mana. Doesn't have enough for that Burrow Strike, but the Rockets come in. They'll get the kill onto Flea. They trade 1-for-1 at the moment, and it's now 6-1. Arctic Burn comes through. 33 needs to start running away with the reflection coming through on him, slowing him up. Ryoya trying to get the damage. 33 thinking about going back in. Just doesn't have the mana for their Burrow Strike, and I don't think that's the right call as low as he is at the moment.
Radiant fortified their structures. The heroes.
So 6-1, we'll switch it over to the net worth a little bit early, 8 minutes in, but we see PieCat ahead already by 800 or 700 net worth. Going for that armlet, picking it up pretty quickly. Is farming at quite a pace at the moment compared to BSJ over top on this safe lane D-Kit, who's been getting pressured quite a bit. He's actually died early. They look over at this illusion. Just an illusion. Now coming around the back will be PPD to try and go in on Monkeys Forever again. If they can catch him by the creep wave, Cask bouncing around as well as the Maledict, the damage coming through from PieCat might be enough to get the kill. Courier comes over. Monkeys Forever starting to pull these creeps over. And there's the TP to come through from 33. They look over at Monkeys Forever. Does have the TP scroll to work with. They're going to hold these stuns to try and get the kill on Monkeys Forever. Using this sticky napalm, trying to slow down the side of OpTic. We're trying to get this kill. He goes over by the tier 3. Now up onto the high ground. 4 stacks, 3 stacks, trying to TP out. Taking the low ground up to the high ground. There's the stun. Locking him in, stopping that TP. And there's the kill on Monkeys Forever. Over top, Zai. Cogs pushing back, trying to lower that mana. There's the illusory orb onto the other side of the Cogs, losing a little bit more mana again. Fleet just with the level 1 Cogs right now, going 2-1-1. And he is only level 4. And still very early lead here for right now for the side of OpTic. So 7-1. Take a look at VGJ.Storm. BSJ just trying to farm up with that drums. As well as the Terrorblade here, still going for that Yasha. We'll see if he goes to the Manta style finish in full after he does finish off that Yasha. But you take a look at where the Terrorblade is behind CCNC right now and compare that to PieCat, again, who's just had open farm, has the armlet finished. And in terms of experience, you take a look at where the side of OpTic are. They're 2,000 experience up, 2,000 net worth ahead. And just continuing to take their time to farm these lanes. So coming over bottom for right now, smoked up, 33, PPD waiting for somebody to push on forward. There's BSJ, the smoke's going to be broken. Let's see if he's able to get away. The Burrow Strike comes in. They've got the Blink Dagger here on Monkeys Forever. They might look for the lasso. That's going to come through onto this Lifestealer, but I don't think that's enough with the rotation of CCNC. They should have the kill on BSJ. They might even look for more on Monkeys Forever. But with the Firefly, he's able to make it to the high ground. And across, but he blinks back into the Burrow Strike. Tries to get the Firefly, getting very risky here. And let's see now with the Firefly about to end if he's able to make it out. The Arcane Rune, there's the cast, gonna not bounce around towards these Ancients. Stan King goes down to Zai. He's able to make it back to the Shrine, 33 in PPD. Not going to the high ground just yet, noticing that someone is farming the Ancients. So Metamorphosis Ryoya on the Terrorblade. So going into this, they could find a kill if they go in once the Metamorphosis is gone. There's the Blink Forward coming out from Monkeys Forever on to PPD with the Firefly as well as the Sticky Napalm. CCNC with a laser coming through. Not too sure they want to go in on PPD down 9-1 with CCNC threatening. They have thought about it. The Burrow Strike comes out onto BSJ, getting slapped down by PieCat, still trying to run. Has Caustic Finale on him. The Breathe Fire comes through, and there's the Infest onto a dire creep. Try and get away. They know which one is his, and now these heroes on the side of VGJ.Storm are just starting to corral around him. So PieCat able to survive with that Infest and able to really walk away unscathed, and that drew the attention of a lot of these heroes on the side of VGJ.Storm, opening up the map again for Zai, but at the moment might actually be in a little bit of trouble. He uses that Phase Shift Illusory Orb. There's the cast as well as the Maledict. The ult comes through from PPD as well as the Lasso coming out. Now they've got the Dream Coil coming out from the side of OpTic. Monkeys Forever not getting far enough away. Will drop. Will it be to 33 or will it be to Zai? Zai actually might just die, and down he goes. They end up trading their lives. So they don't get the kill in time from OpTic. Able to survive his Bat Rider, and he does take out Zai post-death. Oh, they found Stan King, but there's the Arctic Burn to get to the other side of this river. PPD caught in the cogs with the battery assault. Flea gets the kill. Now they're at 3 kills, down 10-3. Still down 2,000 net worth. The experience is where it's starting to get out of hand for the side of VGJ.Storm. We've got Lifestealer here, level 10. Let's see, Sand King, Blink Dagger, pretty far away, but the Blink Dagger just about out for Zai. So got that Illusory Orb to initiate with the Infest, but better control with that Blink Dagger, especially after the Illusory Orb, to find the perfect spot to hit that Infest bomb. So all the while over bottom, Boots of Travel are out here on Tinker, as well as the Soaring Bottle going for a Blink Dagger as well next. So three Blink Daggers, as well as somebody going to be infesting one of those Blink carriers. A lot of mobility here. There's the Blink forward with the Infest, as well as the Waning Rift. They silence him up for just a moment, as well as the Dream Coil. They'll get the kill easy. Pycat gets credit for that one. Monkeys Forever goes down again, and that is now the 4th time he's died in this game. Taking about 33% of these deaths so far, when it does hit 12 in fact. So a little bit higher right now. So they look after this tier 1 over mid. Double damage here for Pycat, continuing to push at the moment. They're trying to trade a tier 1 over bottom. BSJ all by himself to try and push this. The tier 1 goes down over mid. And now Pycat coming over maybe to just finish off this Ancient and continue with the rest of his team. The TP on towards top for CCNC. See if they're able to find Monkeys Forever. Just continuing to push with that March of the Machines. And you see him going for the Blink Dagger. So is 33. He's not too far off from it. Zai's picked up his into the Yules next. Pycat, meanwhile, he's going into the Yasha as well as the Desolator. You take a look over at CCNC. Blink Dagger for him, and PPD. See if he goes for a Glimmer Cape soon. For the side of VGJ.Storm, you take a look at Terrorblade now with the Yasha going for the Dragon Lance. Next up, we'll take a look at the Bat Rider, who does have that Blink Dagger. BSJ going for the Shadow Blade. Nothing really here. Maybe a Soul Ring eventually for Sand King, and there it is. And finally the Clockwork with the Tranquils heading over towards bottom. Throws out that Rocket Flare. Spot CCNC. Might have a hook shot to throw his way. But with nobody around, they don't want to go in. Probably means CCNC gets the kill onto the Clockwork 1v1. So the Hephaestus is out onto Zai. Zai and Pycat looking for the right victim. They start to head over bottom. Ryoya's nearby, as well as another Rocket Flare coming out. And there's Zai coming through. He's got this Blink Dagger available in just 5 seconds. They could chase, possibly look for the kill with this Dream Coil available on Zai, but 3 heroes are here. Now they've got the Dream Coil coming out onto the Clockwork, as well as the Waning Rift. They've got to start to back off, as there's the lasso on the Pycat. Lock him down with 4 heroes here. But the Burrow Strike on a 3! 33 hits just about everybody on the side of VGJ.Storm. The cast bouncing around stuns them up. They get Pycat out alive. Now they look over at BSJ. But Ryoya has the Sunder to get Pycat low. The Metamorphosis, not enough damage to get the kill. The Burrow Strike hits again from 33. The silence is there from Zai. They'll get the kill on Ryoya. Down he goes. 2 kills for the side of OpTic. And VGJ.Storm find absolutely nothing on that, to a point where they thought they had the advantage with the Metamorphosis, with the lasso. It looked as though everything was there for VGJ.Storm. Unfortunately, not enough still to get the kill on just Pycat. Burrow Strike hits onto the Bat Rider. Monkeys Forever will go all the way back in between the Tier 1 and Tier 2, conceding this last Tier 1 on the side of VGJ.Storm, and they're now down about 4,000 net worth. This is becoming a problem for them, and they need to find their way back in. And obviously that starts with Ryoya finding himself a little bit of farm. There's Terrorblades who could come back from 10, 15,000 net worth behind. And we'll see if Ryoya is going to have that kind of game. If the pressure is kept on from OpTic, they could kill off the Terrorblade a couple more times. It will stop that comeback potential from VGJ.Storm. So that's the kind of pressure they got to throw at VGJ.Storm to shut down this game. And they might actually find Flea, maybe even Ryoya. They come on over towards the Shrine, and Flea nearby. They have the ward here. They spot this Clockwork all by himself at the moment. CCNC over in the trees gets taken out by Ryoya and Monkeys Forever. Meanwhile, over top, let's take a look. Blink, Waning Rift coming out from Zai as well as the Dream Coil. Illusory Orb hits. Sand King using that Winter's Curse, but his TP is on cooldown for another 15 seconds. So rotations will be able to come through for the side of OpTic. 33 hits the stun, and there's the kill for the side of OpTic again. So they trade one, but they'd rather keep CCNC alive. Unfortunately, he goes down for 20 seconds. Does have that Blink Dagger Boots of Travel as well as the bottle. Soaring to work with, and OpTic, again, not taking their foot off the gas, smoking up, looking over mid. This time, they're looking for Monkeys Forever again, who is 2 and 4.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Dire's top
33 TPing in, Flea nearby. They look over at BSJ, does have that double damage. The Burrow Strike hits under the DK with the rockets coming in from CCNC. They use that the drums to try and retreat, but now 33 has found himself Flea. The cast comes in, the battery assault hitting on 33, tries trying to get the Burrow Strike out. They use the rage on Pycat, 2 more strikes, down he goes. Pycat gets the kill, and that's another one for him, now 2-0 and 4. So 15-4 at the moment for OpTic. Ryoya still just trying to farm up as much as he can. You've got Zai nearby. Nobody coming up with Zai just yet to maybe get this kill on the Terror Blade. They need to be able to silence him enough to make sure he can't get that Sunder off to really ensure these kills. And then again, he's just looking for the Manta Style into the BKB. Has that Dragon Lance available to him. And Zai continuing to push over top with the help of CCNC. He's got that Null Talisman. We'll see if he goes Kaya Ags next.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
Meanwhile, Pycat with the SNY going to the Mjolnir next. And this is a smoke here from the side of VGJ.Storm. So they go in, they have the Blink Initiation with the Lasso, but you've got a bunch of heroes here ready to smoke for the side of OpTic. And the ward is here, so they know they're there. That Infest came out, and I don't know if VGJ.Storm want to fight this. They might go in from the back lines to try and get around the back of the side of OpTic, but I don't know if that's going to be enough damage, even if they do go in. So they start to come around over towards this mid lane. 4 heroes, 5 heroes here for the side of OpTic. This rotation just getting postured up for the side of VGJ.Storm. There's BSJ with the Elder Dragon form. The Barrel Strike hits, and now he's in a lot of trouble with the Infest hitting. Maledict's there. PPD with the ulti. They'll get themselves at least one. The Dream Core is going to be broken. Flea's going to break his as well with the hook shot out. Monkeys Forever and Flea get away, but BSJ, he's already fallen, and now they're looking for more. They're hunting for blood on the side of OpTic on a VGJ.Storm. They find themselves too with the Waning Rift hitting on both these heroes. The Firefly trying to get away. Flea's got no more answers, and Yules comes out from Zai to stop that TP to get themselves one more. There's the Rockets laser to clean them up. And just getting out right now is the Bat Rider, Monkeys Forever, and it's 2 in favor of OpTic once again. So 17-4 at the moment. OpTic really leading the charge here in the mid-game, about 21 minutes in. If this were last game, it'd be about 5 minutes from the end of the game. Oh, Ryoya getting caught out. Burrow Strike hits Illusory Orb. Down he goes again. 53 seconds without buyback. That is precious farming and pushing time for the side of OpTic. I think I take this tier 2 probably. Burrow Strike gonna miss from 33. There's the lasso onto the Sand King. You're pulling him forward. He doesn't have enough for a Burrow Strike, but the cast does hit with the Illusory Orb hitting on all 4 of these heroes. The Dream Core coming out on Flea as well as tanking. There's the Winter's Curse. They do kill off 33. It holds in Puck for a moment. They get the hook shot from Flea, but there's the Yules Flame Break, Phase Shift, and now the Rockets and the lasers are gonna start flying from CCNC. You gotta start to retreat on the side of VGJ.Storm coming in as Pycat. Look at that damage! The Cone Embrace keeps him alive for just a moment. They force staff him forward to the high ground. They do get him out with the Shadow Blade, but now OpTic continuing to pressure, look over at this tier 2 and get what they came for. They almost got themselves a little bit of a bonus in a couple of kills, but OpTic will take the tier 2 back off and be happy with that exchange.
Couldn't withstand the tide.
So 18-5, 5,000 net worth lead here for the side of OpTic. find Flea. Down he goes. Nothing you can do. Battery Assault's not going to help you against the Lifestealer with Rage. Getting very close to finishing off at least that Maelstrom and then going into the Mjolnir. Aether Lens here for CCNC. Well, meanwhile, Ryoya still looking for that BKB, but has in fact finished the Manta Style, so there is that. And he is starting to farm pretty decently, starting to catch up on a Pycat. So Firefly used, and they start to come over looking for the blink into the lasso. They don't find anything as the phase shift is used by Zai. They've got the hook shot coming through on a PPD. They'll get themselves at least one. The battery assault hits on a Zai. Continuing to get chased down. Phase shift, Illusory Orb again. Just able to escape for the moment, but there's the Yules coming through after that urn was put onto him. They're still trying to get that battery assault. Now Flea in a little bit of trouble as they don't have anybody dead just yet, except for PPD. The blink on forward from BSJ as well as Ryoya still with that Metamorphosis. The Burrow Strike to get out of the Roche Pit with the Infest. The haste is on 33 to try and escape. Blink Dagger forward from Monkeys Forever, but now from the high ground will be CCNC with the rockets and the lasers coming through. And VGJ.Storm not really able to make their way out. The Burrow Strike hits on two. The Winter's Curse comes through, but the Rage is out from Pycat. Not going to hit away at 33 just yet. BSJ being locked in by the side of OpTic, and they'll get the kill. They look for more. CCNC just able to TP away. Zai with the Dream Coil on this terribly. Not going to be chased up just yet. Pycat, 33 comes in with the Epicenter onto this Winter Wyvern. Illusory Orb comes over. They'll get the kill, and he's able to escape. OpTic just playing around VGJ.Storm. They're looking for a fourth. Flea in a lot of trouble. There's the blink forward from CCNC. Lasers, Roger, battery assault. CCNC actually in a little bit of trouble. It does drop to Flea, but they do take themselves a fourth. And now we look over at Ryoya just trying to find himself an escape. TP Scroll bought. Illusory Orb over. Can they get the cast? Oh, they get the Yules instead. This could be a full team wipe. I hit enter again in excitement. There's the ulti from PPD. There's the stun coming out from 33, and everybody's dead on VGJ.Storm. In this game too, 24-7. OpTic have a huge lead at 8,000 net worth. The only one to die was CCNC getting a little bit too aggressive there on the clockwork, but very nicely done overall by OpTic, playing around VGJ.Storm. They blink forward, we blank out, get you towards the high ground, make sure you're by CCNC so those rockets and lasers can hit with ease. Play around VGJ.Storm, get them low, make them use their abilities, then they reinitiate. 33 playing very aggressive with low health, even getting the Infest, has the haste to pull out Pycat for a moment, and then bring him back in with the two-man Burrow Strike later in that fight.
I'll take that.
So Lincoln Sphere next for Zai. Has that gem available to him. We take a look at CCNC going for the Ags. And now Pycat with the Desolator AC next. Doesn't actually go to the Maelstrom. Nope. Best blink. Dream Coil not hitting. And that was for Stan King. They don't end up getting anything there. Little cask action, hook shot comes through on a Zai. They'll get the cogs, trying to drain that mana. Pycat hitting away with the Rage coming through. They'll get the kill on a Flea. ESJ coming around. The ulti is going to be used by PPD. There's the Winter's Curse. One shot by his own teammate. And CCNC trying to stay in the trees. Meanwhile, the lasso does come out. They'll get the kill on Ryoya. Now they'll trade for 33. It ends up being a 2-for-2 right now, but you've already lost yourselves the Terrorblade, which is huge considering the fact that he doesn't have buyback for 50 seconds. Look at these rockets just hit away at VGJ.Storm. And now they're forced to retreat and give up this tier 2 as well as the fact that they've already lost that Terrorblade. So now a 9,000 net worth lead, 26-9 in favor of OpTic. And it is going very well for them at the moment. Not really much of any mistakes except for a little bit of over-aggression from the side of OpTic Gaming. Farming in the jungle right now is Pycat. Playing it a little bit risky. And they'll take out this Observer Ward, but there's the open wound. Stan King gotta try and hide. There's the Dream Coil hook shot from Flea, but I don't know if that's going to do much of anything. He's got the Rage still on him. There's the Infest Pop, not going to get the kill on Stan King just yet. The rockets start to come out on Flea, as well as Stan King forcing the retreat of VGJ.Storm again. all the way to their high ground, not able to leave their base. They're just corralled in here like a bunch of cattle. They can't find farm. They can't graze a little bit. Look for a little bit of grass. Just graze a little bit of farm. Not allowed to do that with OpTic. We're constantly in their face, constantly keeping the pressure on the VGJ.Storm just like last game. CCNC continuing to farm up 900 gold away from this Ags. Will make it even worse for the side of VGJ.Storm, who really can't cross the river at this point. And as I say, that 2 heroes coming up across the river. See what they're able to do, just farming away as VGJ.Storm. They need to try and farm their way back into the game. The Dragonite, VSJ still looking for the BKB. So is this Terribly. They're both pretty far behind it. And it kind of opens up the map for OpTic to maybe think about going into Roshan for the Aegis. So there it is. They'll go in. Dream Coil comes out on a Monkeys Forever, not able to blink initiate to maybe try and steal that Aegis away. The blink forward with the Burrow Strike missing from 33, but the Epicenter does about half damage to Monkeys Forever. Stun up is going to be Zai. Gets that phase shift off, not to just yet with the Rage coming through, as well as Pycat. VSJ in a little bit of trouble, but Flea with the hook shot, but it's not going to matter. They've got the Rage again from this Lifestealer, continuing to move on forward, get themselves 2 kills. They look for more, PPD getting a little bit low, but Flea going to be the next one to drop. They've got themselves a double kill from Pycat. Ryoya forced to retreat, and now they look over at Monkeys Forever, who has the open wounds on him. It's just the 2 of them that are alive for right now. And they're able to fall back, but this again opens up Roshan for OpTic, who's only lost PPD to actually keep Zai alive. Burrow Strike on to Monkeys Forever. Double damage here for Pycat. You really need to watch out. There's March of the Machines. There's the Force Staff to the low ground, as well as the Blink away. Still sitting in the Roche Pit will be Pycat, and they use the Dream Coil as well as the Waning Rift. Silence him up. Burrow Strike comes through, and there's the kill. 33 will get credit for the kill on Monkeys Forever, and they'll also get the Aegis at just about the same time. Right now, this is just the Slaughter, 10,000 net worth ahead, as well as 20 kills ahead. BKB here for Ryoya. Let's see if this makes much of a difference. Pycat going for that AC. Take a look at 33. Has the Blink Yules, as well as going for that Spirit Vessel as he's got the Urn ready to go. We'll look over towards top. Stan King in a lot of trouble. Loser Yor. Burrow Strike from 33. Down goes another one now. 31-10 in favor of OpTic Gaming. Just trying to buy time for Ryoya to farm. Going for the Butterfly next, but you're just not granted that much time with the pressure that's put on from OpTic. Of 13,000 net worth, and they're going to look to press up on this mid-tier 3. There's no reason not to. The TP in from CCNC. Here they go. They go for the tier 3 for the first time. Ryoya, meanwhile, finally made his way over back. So is the rest of the team. They will retreat on the side of OpTic for just a moment. Letting March of the Machines do what it can to back off the side of VGJ.Storm and do a little bit of damage. Again, Illusory Orb. Just thrown out down the middle. Pycat with the Rage. Nothing you can do at that point. Ryoya just trying to hit away at Pycat, who does have that Aegis. There's the hookshot in. It's actually going to hit onto PPD. PPD would have gladly give up his life to save a core. They take him out too quickly, and OpTic not able to retaliate. They're just forced to retreat at the moment. So, with that retreat, they're going to try and push another wave in another lane, but it does look as though they might just use this Aegis to farm up, get those next couple of items, look for a heart here on the Lifestealer. As for the puck, Has that Lincoln Spear already finished off. Dream Coil going to come through on Monkeys Forever again. The Force Staff to break it. He's 3-6-6-3. And now it's 3-7-3 as he hits the deck once more. Terrorblade check. Level 19. 16,000 net worth, all falling into the hands of Ryoya. Try and bring this game back for the side of VGJ.Storm. We'll have to see if they're able to do so, as they do push over mid once again. OpTic posturing up with more to the machine. CCNC just continuing to push out these creep waves with the help of Zai with the illusory orb. And here we go. Playing forward, Burrow Strike going to be a little bit short. There's going to be the dust. And now 33, fourth out of that Lincolns. There's the Infest pop. Rage popped as well. They'll get the tier 3, finally clearing it up. They actually look over towards the racks, but knowing this Rage is about to expire, they retreat for just a moment while they take a look over at bottom. Illusions and Creeps sitting away at this tier 3. So it's turned into a rat show for VGJ.Storm. Especially with the Terrorblade Illusions, just trying to rat their way into possibly getting themselves a tier 3 as well as maybe a set of racks. Just extend this game as much as they can, get the farm and the TV. But other than that, I mean, DK's so far behind, does have this BKB, but they're just so far behind. Monkeys Forever struggling as he's still looking for that Yule Scepter. Has his Force Staff, has the Blink Dagger, but being so far behind compared to his counterpart, it just shows. 16,000 net worth lead here for the side of OpTic. They grab the tier 3. They have the Aegis to work with still. They're able to play and control this game at their pace. CCNC comes over. The shrine is open. There's the Rage. Pycap pushing. And down it goes. Almost feels like VGJ need to make a desperation move, and there it is. That's them trying to smoke up. If they lose this fight, might just see them call GG outright. They do have buybacks, and let's take a look. Buyback on just 2 of these heroes. There's the Blink with the lasso coming out on Pycat. He's all by himself. The Dream Coil comes out on to 2 of these heroes from Zai. There's the hook shot coming through from Flea. He's got the silence, and Pycat getting very low. The Aegis just expired, so they'll get the kill. BKB here as well as the Metamorphosis running in from Eoria. They've got the Yules coming out as well as the Winter's Curse to lock in these heroes. CCNC in a little bit of trouble and will end up dropping in the Splinter Blast. They look over Eoria. There's going to be a double kill for this Terrorblade. Burrow Strike, Epicenter, not enough to get a kill here for 33. And this is VGJ.Storm starting to bring it back as they look over at 33. There's the Dragon Tail. 4 kills go their way. And this is exactly what they need to start pulling this game back. They only get Zai out. And that's exactly what VGJ.Storm need to bring this game back. Desperation plays like that. And now top of the net worth is that Terrorblade. Just see how strong he is with the BKB now on Ryoya. This game could be turning around. We could actually be looking at possibly a game 3. Terrorblade never to be counted out, and now the push is on from the side of VGJ.Storm. Coil comes out. There's the silence. Zai going in. Hookshot comes through again on PPD, as well as the battery assault and the cogs to lock him in. PPD in a little bit of trouble, getting low with the Solar Crest out on him, trying to survive for right now, but won't be able to as Ryoya gets the kill. They bring over Pycat, probably going to trade Fleet for the life of PPD. And they'll be okay with that as they also try to take the tier 2, but don't actually get the kill on him. Sorry. So 11,000 net worth lead here for OpTic, but again, you see where Terrorblade stands. He's got the Scotty ready. Going to the butterfly next. 9 seconds still on that BKB. Let's see if that's enough. It's going to be hard to push the high ground on CC&C, that's for sure. But at this point, it's looking pretty decent for VGJ.Storm in all honesty, despite being down 14,000 net worth. The games are never over till the Ancient falls, and this is looking like it might be a clear-cut example of that. BSJ needs to make up this farm. He's going for a Nullifier next. Has his BKB ready at 9 seconds. Shadow Blade also picked up. The smoke from OpTic. No Roshan to play on yet. That's up in 10 seconds. If they stay around the neighborhood, they might be able to see it spawn. Let's see. Smoke coming out from VGJ.Storm. Do they have even a smoke to work with? Again, these desperation plays need to continue for them to really take advantage on OpTic. With those desperation plays coming out and the pressure being put on OpTic, that's when they seem to struggle the most, when VGJ.Storm has the upper hand and they get the initiation. So coming around is Flea. They're in the Roche pit. They see that this Roshan is available. Aegis and Cheese, this could be huge for either team that grabs it. Meanwhile, smoked up again is VGJ.Storm. They're looking for a kill over here. They might find themselves something on 33 as well as Pycat. Ooh, getting close, looking for the blink as well as the lasso, but he blinks into that. Either gets hit with the open wounds or the burrow strike, so almost a good decision that he doesn't go in on that. But this is Roche dominance that they're looking for. Just trying to push away OpTic Gaming. Maybe find a kill, and that could open up the Roche pit for Aegis and Cheese for the side of VGJ.Storm. So we take a look at buyback status again. CC&C and Zai about to have it as Pycat. On the side of VGJ.Storm, just the Terrorblade. And that's it. Everybody pretty close to getting it. But at this exact moment, only one has it, and that is Ryoya, saving up for this butterfly. So let's see, 23 here. Let's take a look at the talents. Probably going to go to those heat-seeking missiles. 25 out for Zai, 420 gold per minute. Now looking for an Ags to really nullify most of the effects of those BKBs, or nullify the effect of the BKB on the Dreamcoil is really what it does, but of course when there's an initiation from OpTic, that'll be very important. So again, VGJ.Storm looking to smoke up, wrap around the back of the side of OpTic, who are over in the top end of the map. Just across the river, they start to head on over, showing Terrorblade over mid. But coming all the way around is OpTic, and you're giving up a tower right now just to farm up the jungle. Maybe finding an opportunistic position will be VGJ. There's the Illusory Orb forward with the Firefly used from Monkeys Forever. Can they find a kill onto the side of OpTic? They're still trying to bring this game back. The smoke is used by OpTic, now going to be broken. And nothing happening just yet. But they do look on over. There's the blink. Burrow strike coming out on 2 from 33. Now they've got a little bit of trouble. CC&C comes in with the laser as well as the rockets. They take one out in Flea. They look over at Ryoya, who's got that BKB working hard with the Metamorphosis onto the side of OpTic. They locked in CC&C, but he's able to blink away. There's the Infest popped. Illusory Orb as well as the Waning Rift. Burrow strike on 2 again. They look over at BSJ as this cast is bouncing around. They've locked in this terribly, but now they find the Sunder. Back to full health is Ryoya. Thanks to this lasso coming through from Monkeys Forever, he gets a little bit low, just trying to run away. The Yules is out. Take a look back at Ryoya as well as Sand King. They'll get the kill on Monkeys Forever. Now you look at CC&C as well as 33. Sand King getting low, using that Cold Embrace to stay alive, and terribly trying to run himself away, but finally Sand King drops. He's the last one alive. It's Ryoya against the world, and he will fall. No buyback for the Terrorblade. Buyback all around from the people who have it on the side of VGJ.Storm. Looking for that Burrow strike is 33 again. BSJ with the Shadow Blade. They're just trying to defend this top tier 3. Dreamcoil comes out On the 2. Locking in a couple of these heroes. Dagon, Laser, Rockets. Dead is Monkeys Forever. No buyback. 85 seconds on the sideline. Rockets to push back the side of VGJ.Storm. Down goes your tier 3. Down goes your Rax. The hookshot comes through on a fleet, breaking that. Now they'll break that Lincoln's. Look at that illusory orb speed. He's able to just get away. They take the mid-center Rax as well. And with no Terror Blade, it looks as though it's going to be them up against Mega Creeps. Ooh. Winter's Curse. BPD. Slapped by his own team. Down he goes. Burrow Strike, BKB pop by BSJ, BKB also pop by CCNC. Take a look a little bit further, Zai running away, the lasers come out, but it doesn't hit on anything just yet. 33 for the blink, and Burrow Strike, Epicenter. They'll look to get the kill on BSJ, take him out, GG is called. OpTic will take this series 2-0. So maybe a little bit too optimistic there on VGJ.Storm coming back. Terribly looked good for a moment, but the fights were going well for OpTic Gaming. 40-17. You take a look. Positive, 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 positive. KDA positive. And OpTic Gaming 40-17. Maybe not as clean as the last game, but they get it done. And they take it in pretty good fashion. And they will win this series 2-0. So OpTic Gaming 40, VGJ.Storm 17. A net worth difference of about 30,000. PyCap 11-1-10, doing very well. Zai 7-1-23, probably your MVP in that game, as well as 33. Hit a bunch of Burrow Strikes that were very important in the team fights. It was mostly on 2, 3, 4 heroes every single time. And OpTic Gaming, they win the series 2-0. I'm your caster BCOP at BCOP92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back with Complexity up against Animal Planet next.